Hey you guys, how are you? Wow, okay, I have been glued to my computer all day, and each time I try to make a video, and then my opinion would drastically change. I think the one person who probably did the most accurate chart and who got this right was this person. This is what we know so far, guys, about the presidential race 2020. Um, it's a mess. It's looking like right now, if you're following the media and you're listening to what they say, it looks like Biden has a win. And I know a lot of you even said last night you think Biden has it. If you are looking at that, yes, he does have it. I'm not so convinced though. If I had to make a prediction, I would say that this unfortunately is going to end in the courts. There's a lot of people that are reporting discrepancies. We've heard stories, especially out of Philadelphia, where GOP poll watchers are not being allowed to observe the ballots and the counting of the ballots. You have mass amounts of ballots that are appearing out of nowhere, and all of them happen to be for Biden. So there's a lot of course, we don't know if any of that is legitimate. This is just what we're hearing. Some odd things coming out in Arizona. The last time I posted about this, I believe was on my Instagram story. So I was predicting that Trump would get Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida. I was right about Ohio and Florida. Pennsylvania, there's a lot of controversy going on there. Trump's team is saying they won it. Other people are saying that Biden is ahead. Mayor Giuliani went there earlier today and they gave a press conference talking about a lot of things that are going on there. And they are moving forward with a lawsuit in Philadelphia. They also released these two things. I'm not putting up the numbers as of right now. Biden has, if you're looking at the media again, Biden has 264 electoral votes. I believe Trump only has about 214 or 215. So that puts Biden way ahead. But again, I don't think this is anywhere near over. I think that this is going to end in the courts. So this is what the Trump campaign released earlier today. Trump campaign statement on Wisconsin. Despite ridiculous public polling used as voter suppression tactic, Wisconsin has been a razor-thin race, as we always knew that it would be. There have been reports of irregular... I can't read or talk today. I think it's the election. It's got my brain is a bit fried. I'm just going to skip that word for right now, and that's just what we're going to do. Sorry about that. Irregularities. There it is. I'm back. In several Wisconsin counties, which raised serious doubts about the validity of the results. The president is well within the threshold to request a recount, and we will immediately do so. So they are requesting a recount in Wisconsin, where we have heard of a few discrepancies there. Whether or not they're legitimate, we don't know. That's why they are investigating. And the Trump campaign is suing the state of Michigan, and this is what they released about that. As votes in Michigan continue to be counted, the presidential race in the state remains extremely tight, as we always knew it would be. President Trump's campaign has not been provided with meaningful access to numerous counting locations to observe the opening of ballots and the counting process, as guaranteed by Michigan law. We have filed suit today in the Michigan Court of Claims to halt counting until meaningful access has been granted. We also demand to review those ballots which were opened and counted while we did not have meaningful access. President Trump is committed to ensuring that all legal votes are counted in Michigan and everywhere else. So that is what's happening right now. Trump himself on his Twitter is starting to be banned. I'll put up a few of those where he's sort of calling him and his team his own election results while everything else is showing in the opposite. So let me know what you think is going on right now. If you think Trump still has a chance, or or Kamala is going to be elected president, however you're interpreting that. But before we end, I do want to give some good news because there actually is some good news. Republicans kept the Senate, which I think is amazing. There were a few Democratic, although it does look like the Democrats are going to keep the House, there were a few seats that were flipped Republicans. There were 2 Cuban American Republicans that flipped a few seats in Florida, which I thought was really cool. Trump had a lot of voter turnout for Cuban Americans and Hispanic Americans, especially in Florida, which is what we saw. And even here, a great night for Republican women. There are a few Republican women that flipped some seats, so that was really good. Mitch McConnell is back, Lindsey Graham is back, and I'm really happy about that. I was very sad that Kimberly Klacik did not take Baltimore. I was also sad that Laura Loomer lost, and was it Anna Paulina? I can't remember where she was running, but I liked her too. She lost, but overall for Republicans, as far as the House and the Senate, it was a good night. There were, just here in California, there were a few kind of disturbing things that were on our ballot. So some of the propositions, we had one where they wanted to bring the voting age down to 17 in California, even though we are a very liberal state. That was voted no, so that was really good. And they also had this weird diversity affirmative action. There was some creepy language in there, if I can put it up for you. But that was voted no, which I thought was really good. And they were trying to get rid of bail, and that was also voted no. So, yes, we are very liberal, but I was happy that they voted no on that. Okay, so it was Proposition 16. And this was the diversity one that people in California voted no on. And this is what it says: allows diversity as a factor in public employment, education, and contracting decisions. Legislative constitutional amendment permits government decision-making policies to consider race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin in order to address diversity by repealing constitutional provision prohibiting such policies. How creepy is this? Fiscal impact: no direct fiscal impact on the state and local entities. The effects of this measure depend on the future choices of state and local government entities and are highly uncertain. So I'm very glad that that was not voted in. Californians voted no on that. They voted no on lowering the voting age to 17. They voted no on getting rid of bail. So those are good things. Again, good night for Republicans as far as the Senate. Good night for Republicans as far as the House. And we will see what happens in this election. Please let me know what you guys think. My opinion changes pretty often, but again, I don't know why. Maybe I'm a crazy optimist, but I just think that President Trump will get reelected. But I think it will end in the courts if he does. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys. Bye.